Well, hello and happy gaming, everyone. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and we're about to jump back into some Stanley Parable. Oh, here comes long loading screen. Yay! So, I've already gotten a couple of fun endings, but I do think that there's still more that I can accomplish. I think I'm going to go through the left door again and head towards the mind control facility one more time. But after that, I don't know. Not 100%. Ugh. Sorry, I got something in my nasal passages that's just messing with my throat. I should go get a glass of water or something, but eh.
This is the story.
I know this is a story about a man named Stanley. Alright, so I was doing a little bit of reading.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Awesome. And yes, this is an achievement.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Oh, are you ridiculous? Oh, you silly narrator person, you. Alright, fine, 50 clicks it is. I'm gonna get that achievement. This game doesn't have many achievements, so I want to get what I can out of it. And aside from just the experience, I would like to, pad my recognition as a serious gamer. Not that that's necessarily done through achievements, but hey, the hell with it. I want to experience what this game has to offer. Oh, Dark Sage, you're so ridiculous. It's just a walking simulator. Nah, Stanley Parable means more than that.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
It's a door 4. Okay, where is 417? I'll do it. I didn't even get to 4. Hold on, I'm starting at 427. Are you yanking my crank? Oh no, 417. Here we go.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
I'm only doing this for the freaking achievement, and I get the feeling I'm being punked. Oh, 437. Here we go.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415. This is so ridiculous that I'm doing this just for a freaking achievement. What in the world? What has my life become that I'm just clicking on doors for an achievement?
Now, back to door number 437.
This man is seriously punking me, I'm pretty sure. But you know what? I'm gonna do it.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
The coffee. Okay, where is the coffee machine? I'm taking this way too seriously, I know, but yeah, I want my achievement. Nothing is going to stop me.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes, the employee lounge, just to admire it.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Okay, I'm clicking on the coffee machine.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Oh, Kevin, you're so good. Now, to be fair, I clicked on the coffee machine. Oh well.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
No, I want to go this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Sorry, Chief. I've got my own things to do.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh, goodness.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No, 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 no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Alright, let's try this again, because I want this achievement. And I'm ridiculous. I got nothing better to do with my time. Especially at this time of night. Which, by the way, for those who are curious, it's about 11:45 p.m. where I am right now.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
All right, 417 it is. We're going to do this a second time. So like I said, I am a ridiculous person. Kind of a weird overachiever does things
Great.
like this.
Now, go click a few times on door 437.
The sort of ridiculous overachiever that gets 100% of the achievements in dicey dungeons. That's the sort of person I am.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
And for what it's worth, getting all the achievements in that game was actually kind of a blast. The game, of course, had its ups and downs.
Now, back to door number 437.
But I very much enjoyed the overall experience of the game. 10 out of 10 would do it again, especially after it comes out on the Switch.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Oh wait, he said copy machine. Hold on, I'm an idiot. Alright, where's the copy machine? Not coffee machine. I'm just an idiot.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
I guarantee he's just taking the piss.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Oh, here we go.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Oh my god! He's going nuts! Not that I blame him, I am just kind of wasting time here.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Oh my goodness. Oh, I love this game. This is one of those games where the fun is largely in just experiencing
When Stanley
things.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I could do the broom closet again, but I've already done it once.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, so I know which ending I'm going for, but seeing all the choices I'm being given... I can't get into the executive bathroom this time, huh? Alright. Wait, what? Oh, door closed. Okay. Boss's office! Whee!
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
By sheer luck, huh? Sheer luck, my foot! Elevator! Let's go! Free fall! Whee!
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself.
There are other things that are on my mind, such as, for one, I know that there is a Dicey Dungeons update coming that will add controller support.
This question
would be good for my rather large hands. I do get uncomfortable wielding the mouse for long periods of time, I do admit.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh, you bet I do. I've got the strength of 100 men. And the fortitude of 10. And the brightness of half of one. Wait, what?
Their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Or, you know, when you disrespect the Stingray.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life
Hold on, I want to be a
someone
pirate.
else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past
Brimstone
began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
No, wait, fuck you, Brimstone. No, not that one. No, give me Brimstone. Where's my blood lasers? I want my blood lasers. Man, why would you put Brimstone in front of me and then not let me take it? Oh, every green button is Brimstone. Where's Godhead? Okay, not every green button is Brimstone. Okay, well, I know what ending I'm going for.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Yeah, sure it is.
Oh, Stanley. You didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Fuck. Fuck
Stanley,
yes.
I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge, it's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending.
God, this is creepy.
Being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Well, that got dark real fucking fast. But it's okay, I wanted to find out.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I like how the narration changes just subtly every time. Alright, so there is one more thing I want to check out before I call
When
it good on
Stanley
this
came
video.
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, the left door. It's okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
Don't get
disbelief,
fired. That's the
Stanley
best tip for not
decided to
getting
go
fired.
up to
I'm going
his
to tell you that
boss's
right now.
office,
That's the
hoping
best
he
one.
might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, he didn't. Ooh, what's this? Oh, look at the things on the ground. Look at the big red light. Okay. Fire hose. Woo! Can I play with the fire hose? In your off time, maybe.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Yeah, I'm a proof it.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
So comfortable.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm
so
through
warm.
with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons.
Gotta make that money.
Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Gotta have my life.
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Yep, I'm okay. Ah, shit, I'm not okay.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss, I have an office, I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real.
Why is everything turning red?
I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Well, now wasn't that an interesting, surreal choice? And that is what I like about these games. What the fuck? There's papers everywhere.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Yeah, apparently he did. Now there's papers everywhere. Is this just a random occurrence, or... I don't get it. What am I missing? Why are there papers everywhere? Someone please explain. Now there aren't.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, I'm gonna do another couple of endings next time I play, but for right now, I think I'm gonna cut it here. That was interesting. Doing this game for myself is, woo, it's a trip, I gotta tell you, and I am enjoying it. So, once again, thank you very much for watching. Hit that subscribe button, do the bell, drop a like, leave a comment, you know, all the YouTube stuff. And I will be back next time with some more content. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you